In the intricate, sometimes volatile relationship involving technology and governance, a new chapter is unfolding. Representative Jamie Raskin, a lawmaker known for his sharp legal mind and deep commitment to democratic principles, is leading a class action lawsuit against Elon Musk. This legal maneuver is more than a challenge to the actions of a single tech magnate. It's a statement about power, privacy, and the way individuals fit into a world increasingly dominated by digital giants. The heart of the lawsuit revolves around allegations that Musk, in his role as special government employee, accessed and utilized personal data of American citizens without proper authorization. If these allegations hold, the implications are vast. Federal privacy statutes exist precisely to prevent such breaches, designed not just to protect individuals from prying eyes, but to reaffirm a foundational democratic principle that people should have control over their own information. But this is more than a test of power. It's a question of money. A class action lawsuit is, at its core, an attempt to restore financial damages suffered by a massive group of people. And the numbers in this case are staggering. The Privacy Act of 1974 imposes fines of up to $5,000 for willful violations, while HIPAA violations can range from $100,000 to $50,000 per offense, with annual caps reaching $1.5 million. State-level laws like the California Consumer Privacy Act, CCPA, introduce even more formidable penalties: $2,500 per unintentional violation and $7,500 for intentional misuse of personal data. Consider for a moment what this means in aggregate. If each of the 330 million Americans were found to be a victim of a privacy violation under even the lowest penalty threshold, $2,500 per instance, the total settlement could reach an astronomical $825 billion. If the courts determined that Musk's actions were willful, pushing the per-violation cost to $7,500, the total figure would be closer to $2.475 trillion, a sum that dwarfs the GDP of entire nations. Of course, courts don't just hand out maximum penalties, but even if only a fraction of these numbers were realized, the payout could be historic. Let's say, for instance, that only 10% of Americans are deemed eligible plaintiffs, 33 million people. And let's assume a modest settlement, with each recipient getting a payout in the ballpark of $5,000. That would still mean a total payout of $165 billion, making this one of the largest class action lawsuits in history. For the average individual plaintiff, the potential winnings are significant. If a court awarded the full penalty per person, someone involved in the suit could see between $2,500 and $7,500 in compensation. In a high-profile case like this, settlements often fall somewhere in between. If precedent holds, each person could walk away with something in the range of $3,000 to $5,000, a sizable sum, particularly for lower-income plaintiffs who may have suffered the most from these alleged violations. The legal calculus here is as fascinating as it is complex. Class action lawsuits often hinge on whether plaintiffs can demonstrate concrete harm. In past cases, courts have ruled that mere unauthorized use of personal data does not necessarily equate to financial damages. But if Raskin's team can argue that Musk's actions led to economic, psychological, or even reputational harm, the chances of a large payout increase significantly. And then there's the question of Musk himself. He is not a man who backs down easily, nor is he one to accept settlements without a fight. The lawsuit, if it gains traction, could stretch on for years, with Musk deploying a small army of attorneys to minimize damages. Yet, as past cases against corporate giants like Facebook and Google have shown, even the most powerful executives and companies are not immune to legal reckoning. The Equifax data breach settlement, for example, paid out roughly $700 million, while Facebook's recent privacy settlement topped $725 million. Musk, of course, is no ordinary CEO. His empire spans industries from electric vehicles to space exploration to social media. He has cultivated an image as a tech visionary, but also as a disruptor who plays by his own rules. This lawsuit, then, is more than just a legal challenge. It is a test of whether those rules still apply to him. It's also a test of the American legal system's ability to hold the ultra-wealthy accountable. In an era where data is currency, privacy laws are increasingly being tested in ways their original authors never imagined. And while Musk's resources are vast, the scale of this potential penalty is something even he would struggle to ignore. The outcome of this lawsuit is far from certain, but one thing is clear. This is not just about privacy or power or the reach of Silicon Valley. It's about whether the average citizen still has the ability to stand up to billionaires who see personal data as just another asset to be exploited. If the courts rule in favor of Raskin and his plaintiffs, it won't just be Musk who takes a hit. It will be a warning shot across the entire tech industry, signaling that, at least for now, the rules still apply, even to those who think themselves above it.